A big question that comes up for a lot of our clients is how do I do planning for a disabled child? We could be talking about a disabled minor child, but we could also be talking about an adult child with disabilities. And oftentimes, somebody that has pretty severe disabilities is not going to qualify for health insurance except through some sort of government health insurance program, typically Medicaid, and in the state of Oregon we might be talking about the Oregon Health Plan. A disabled child maybe has never worked or can't work now, and that's how most people get their medical insurance. So these folks need to rely on Medicaid in order to have basic health insurance. Well, Medicaid is a program that only allows you to have $2,000 in assets. So if you receive an inheritance, typically you've got an issue on your hands. Fortunately, there are good estate planning tools available to solve that problem. The parents should be thinking about establishing something called a special needs trust for their disabled children. These trusts are basically designed to let somebody who needs Medicaid get an inheritance so that the inherited funds won't count towards that pretty strict $2,000 cutoff. There's another program called SSI. It's Supplemental Security Income. It's a Social Security program for disabled people. It also says that you can only have $2,000 in assets. So if you've got a child on SSI, you should also be thinking about setting up a special needs trust. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, well, I've got 3 kids. Maybe I should just skip my disabled child and leave everything directly to my other kids, and we'll just sort of assume that my other kids will take care of my disabled child. Should I do that, or is there some sort of alternative? That's a kind of a long question to answer, and it depends on the facts and circumstances, but certainly you need to know about a special needs trust as an option, because you want your child in most cases to have a legal right to the funds that are being left as an inheritance. And if you instead leave assets to your other children, it kind of raises some questions about whether there are effective and adequate legal protections in place for your disabled child.